Right, hello guys, welcome back to the channel and another video. So today's video is going to be on the Sportage and we're going to get this car finished completely. We're going to get the front end on, all the dash changed out, the windscreen done, and service the engine. It's got a valid MOT still, so no issues there, and it'll be on the road. Again, this video will be recorded over a few days because the dashboard isn't here, basically, but this video will finish this car. It's very little to do. We've got the aircon rad, which has turned up, nice brand new aircon rad, so that's just going to slot in, and then we're just going to put the front bumper on. It's a complete bumper, everything's there. That'll just slot straight on. Externally then, car's finished. We could warm it up, couldn't we? Get it up to temp and do the oil flush. And then, like I said, we're just waiting for the dashboard, so I will at some point come back and finish this video with the dashboard, get that done. So, right, so yeah, this aircon rad, it should, again, just be a case of just sliding it in. Well, that's the plan. I do need to take that horn back off. It would help, wouldn't it? Yeah. I need to take the horn off. Like that down there. But again, that's only two 10mm bolts. So we can whiz that off quickly enough. If I could find, it's over there, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. Got the socket. And we'll pull that off. Before I forget, I must say, I've forgotten to charge the battery on my camera. So if it cuts off, unfortunately, we're going to have to lose the fitting the bumper video because I can't go back home and get, well, it'll take like too long for the batteries to charge for a start, and I haven't got the time to spare just to write off today, so hopefully it'll last. It's on 20% or something, but these GoPro batteries don't go down to zero. They turn themselves off, which isn't great. But anyway, that's another story. So come on, let's get this off. World's longest bolts, of course, just to hold a horn on. Slightly unnecessary, but we are still waiting for the airbox and the MAF as well. That's still not turned up, so I'll have to keep you updated with that. So yeah, so let's see if we can get this aircon rad to slot in. It just sits in some slots, you see. Size in. See the slot there? Oh, nearly dropped it. No, dropped it again. Now obviously with two hands, it's a lot easier. But I'm sure we can do this. That size in. That size in. Simple as that, really. That's it. Just slots on. Clips into them little clips. There. And there's one. Can't see it, but it's down the bottom. And then you've got this one at the top here. Stop it coming forwards. So then it's just a case of connecting your aircon pipes. And your aircon rad's in. Obviously we will have to get it regassed. Which is easy enough. I've got a guy, MOT station does it, so I'll get that done when I'm next over there. So I'll put you in a stand now. I'll fix up these aircon pipes and we're going to slot this bumper on, aren't we? Plug all the lights in, we can test all the lights. Like I said, leave it running for a bit, and if the battery charge allows, we'll get the service done. we go. Simple as that. I'll be honest, this car's gone together so well. Everything just lines up. It's unbelievable. That's not got a single fixing in it. That's just on all its clips. And it's perfect. You know, all the gaps are great. Just need to put the fixings in. Like along the top here. Couple in the wings. Up this end. But just look at that. Absolutely perfect. Even with all the lights. It's just right. See what it looks like with the bonnet shut. Look at that. It just looks perfect. Yeah. Great car to work on. I've enjoyed this one. So right, so I need to button up that bumper now. And the battery's about to die, so all I can do is come back when the dashboard's turned up, when the dashboard turns up, because that's going to be a big job. Never done one of these dashboards again, obviously. Before, should I say, never done one before. But it's going to be centre console out by the looks of it. That's a big centre console. But like I said, I'm not touching it until the new one's here for two reasons. You can look at the new one in terms of where the fixing points are hiding, and I don't remove a dashboard, leave it a week and then try and put it back in, because you do not remember where everything went. You just want to take it out and put it straight back. Job done. So the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed we no longer have washer jets for our headlights, but the headlights look identical. If I can, I'll try to just explain quickly before the battery dies. Get one of the old lights and just show the difference. Need to open the bonnet really. So I did mention in an earlier video how extortionately expensive headlights for these are, and how rare the Xenon headlights are, because they only did them on the late cars like this, and on the top spec, as far as I'm aware. If I just sit that on top of there, like so, them headlights look identical. They look identical. There is nothing different in the appearance of these headlights. The only difference is, these are projectors. I mean, sorry, this is a true Xenon. That's a projector. They still have the LED side lights. No difference. These Xenons have a ballast on the bottom, whereas the projectors I got don't have the ballast on the bottom. So the light output is slightly different, which means these older lights or these non-Xenon lights don't need washer jets. It's as simple as that. I was struggling to find any Xenon headlights or a bumper with washer jets in. So the obvious option was to go back to projectors. The look is exactly the same. The light pattern, light beam is probably going to not be as good, obviously. But 90% of Kias come with these projectors and not the Xenons. So it was just the obvious thing to do. The looms in the cars are exactly the same. The plugs on the back are exactly the same. The leveling for the headlights is exactly the same. You know, they don't even, you know, they won't even show an error on the dash because I've changed these headlights. The car will be none the wiser. It's just the fact that when you turn them on, the light will be a slightly different colour. So, not perfect. I know I'd like to return things back to standard, back to original, but in this car, it just wasn't possible. So I thought I'd just cover that topic before someone else spotted it, before I had a chance to explain. Right, so anyway, so yes, I'll be back when we've got a dashboard and we can continue with this video. Right, we're back, and look what's here. 2 big parcels. That's supposed to be the under tray, and that is the dashboard and airbag kit. So let's get them open, or have an attempt to get them open. They do like to wrap things quite well, which is good, obviously. The amount of packaging and rubbish you end up with repairing these cars is ridiculous. Lots of cardboard, lots of plastic wrapping. It's hard to get rid of it all, especially if you've not got, you know, a business premises with one of them big bin collection things. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Come on, where am I missing it? There it is. There we go. See it? More wrapping. Something in this. What is it? It's a seat belt. Yeah, that's a seat belt. I'm sure that's not part of it. Now there's that. So they've got rid of a bit of rubbish whilst they're at it. That's another seat belt. Steering wheel. The whole steering wheel came with this kit, not just the airbag, so I have a spare steering wheel. That's the steering wheel airbag. It's the dashboard I want to see, in all honesty. And they've wrapped it up pretty well. I'm going to have to put this camera down a second. I'll just unwrap it and I'll come back. Right, got it all unwrapped. That was a job in itself. So there we are, complete dashboard. We have a few differences with trim. This had different clocks in it, but I'm 99% sure that comes out, and we just change it for our own. Is it a different colour inside as well? The trim's different. Yeah, we've got like a silvery effect, whereas that's just black anyway. So all them centre trims are going to come out. The dashboard itself is the same colour, yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's a bit of stuff to swap over. Nothing of concern. All should be fine. We've got our seat belts, front seat belts, airbag ECU. Like I said, we've got a steering wheel and the steering wheel airbag. We don't need the steering wheel. Don't know if they're worth anything. What need for anyone to buy a steering wheel is, I don't know. So it comes with it. And then obviously, yeah, we've got our underpan over here. So I've got quite a job on today, haven't I, doing this? Now, there's not much point in me putting the camera on and showing you half an hour's worth of time lapse of this dashboard coming in and out. So I'll butt in and out and keep you updated on how things are going, and perhaps we'll do a bit of time lapse on the seatbelt change or the airbag. I don't know. I'll try and include something, but you don't want to sit there for half an hour and watch me ripping a dashboard out. So I'll update you in a while when I've got a bit of progress. Alrighty then. Well, that was fun. Look at the state of that. Always look far worse than they are, these. It's actually a very, very easy dashboard to do. You've got no loom attached to the dashboard. Just all these plugs sticking out. As long as you get them back in the right place. There's not a lot going on, believe it or not. The whole dashboard is held in with Phillips screws and 10mm bolts. There's not a lot going on. You do have to undo the centre console and just pull it back a bit to get it out. And I've also spied that our airbag control module or unit is that, so we need to do that first before anything goes back in. But yeah, not difficult at all. Once you know where all the fixings are, it comes out pretty quick. Like, what's it took me? What time is it? I bet it's took me no more than an hour to get that out, which I don't think is bad, saying I've never done one of these cars before. So yeah, all the trims along the front have to come off as well because they're hiding all the fixings. Like, you got the fixings behind the stereo. You got two there behind this panel. There's a fixing behind the clocks. You know, there's quite a lot. And then again, like I said, there's two fixings here where the centre console goes in, and they're studs in the actual car. That's them. So this obviously has to be pulled away because you've got to pull the dashboard forward slightly to get it out. But yeah, it went really good actually. So it's just going to be a process of reversing what I've done. I'm going to have to get all these trims out first. There's no point even messing. And like I said, with this out, we then just use our version, which this is all the trims and stuff in the back. Just grab it. See, these cars, for some reason, I've never been able to work out why, but some have different clocks to others. Like, that's my clock with no gaps, and then these are a different kind of clocks, and I think it was something to do with age. But then you find some 15 plates like these with the older types of clocks in. Like, mine are the newer version of clocks. So I'm not too sure why that happened, whether they just did it for the last year of this model. But anyway, it's out, and now I'm just going to hopefully just reverse the process, like I said, and put it all back together. So wish me luck. Alrighty then. That was interesting. Anyway, right, so it's in. Let me just move this seat back a bit, I'll get in. Oh, the whole dashboard is in. All clocks are in, everything's connected. Club box is in. Yeah, all fine. The only problem I've come up against is the airbag control unit is wrong. This is the replacement, the one that came with the dashboard, and scrub the original. That is the original. So straight away, obviously the letters are different, SLH, SLU, but the plugs are different as well. Now, other than the colour, if you look at the keyways on top, they don't match. So my plugs won't connect to this one. So I'm a bit stuck now, really. I need to put that back over there before I forget which one's which. I can't put the centre console in because of the difficulties of getting the airbag control unit back in afterwards, because it goes right down there. And you can't get in from above, you've got to go in from the side, so you can't have the centre console. So I can't move any further on with it now. I've emailed my guy who I use for deleting crash data, because you can't just delete these with a normal scanner. So I'm just waiting for an answer, really, to see if he can do it, and if so, I just put it in the post and it'll be back in a couple of days. So it's just going to hold things up a little bit, unfortunately. But I'm glad that the main job is done, and that's getting that dashboard in, so I'm happy with that. I've also done the seat belts. You know, there's very little room in here to video, so I just got on with it and did the seat belts. So both front seat belts are now changed out, and there were no codes for the rear, so the rears are fine. So that's going to be it really right now. This trim's hanging off. I can't proceed any further. So we're going to have to come back yet again in this video to continue and finish off the car. It is just the way it is, unfortunately. So I'll see you as soon as possible with an update, or hopefully airbag control unit that I can put in, finish off centre console, and then all we're going to do is throw it on the ramp. Well, actually, we're going to put it on the ramp and do an engine service, do the oil and filter, throw the underpan on, wash and clean it, and it's done. Looking good. So hopefully I'll see you as soon as I can. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Right, we're back again, and I think this is what, the third or fourth time in this video I've had to keep stopping and starting on a different day. It's not ideal, it's really difficult to get the flow of the video, and it's something I'm going to try and work on going forwards. You know, whole video in one day, it's a much more seamless experience for you guys, it's easy for me to manage. Anyway, we're back because we've got our airbag ECU back. This took, well, the guy I use, it's like mail order, so you send it in the post, he resets it and he sends it back. He's called Scott, the company's called airbagreset.com. He's based in Halifax. Check the guy out if you need any airbag control units wiping. He's on eBay. He's spot on, it's simple as that. You know, I've used him quite a lot. Can't thank him enough. He's turned that around. I think I sent it on a Wednesday. I had it back on a Saturday, on the Saturday. You know, it's unbelievable. So thanks again, Scott, and I'll be in touch soon, I'm sure, with another one. So we can now get this dashboard completely finished, get the centre console in, and get the inside polished off. And then all we've got to do is the engine service, put an underpan on it, and then clean it in and out. And we are done. And we're done with everything. I've nothing left except for the Fiesta. Still waiting for the ECU back. So I'll just get on, get this inside finished. Don't forget, I said the ECU's right down there. Pain in the bugger backside to get to, but yeah, like I said, you've got to remove the centre console, so that should do us. Oh, also, airbox turned up this morning. Perfect timing. We don't need it all, but our airflow meter's knackered and the lower half of our airbox is smashed. But you know, this has got to come out anyway because the fuel filter is right down there on these, so you've got to take the battery out, airbox out. Well, do you take the airbox out? I don't know why you take the airbox out actually, but you've got to take the battery out, ECU out to do the fuel filter, because they have a common problem apparently, these Kias. They can get clogged fuel filters. Apparently only really happened up in the northeast where it's colder in winter, but we might as well do it. We're doing the engine service, let's do the fuel filter. So I'll crack on with that interior, try and get it polished off, and I'll bring you back in when it's done. Alright then, we are cooking with gas. all the dashes in, centre console's in, all connected up, no missing plugs. Yeah, great, done. So I've also, as you've just seen quickly, just swapped over the airbox. So we've now got a properly connected MAF. I've also thrown in the new filter quickly whilst I was messing. Now I also forgot to mention as well, I had contact from the previous owner. I told you about that, but guess what's here? They came round, they brought me the whole handbooks, locking wheel nut key, some history, and the logbook, and the spare key. Unbelievable. So I just want to say a massive thank you to Kieran and Louise for bringing these round. You know, they didn't have to do that, so it's massively kind of them, you know. Yeah, I don't know what else to say really, just thank you very much, really appreciate it. So what we've got left to do now is to service and put the undershield on. So we're going to have to warm it up, aren't we? The key's in there, and I think whilst we're warming it up, we could try just check everything works as well. Oh, I need to put the battery on, don't I? Need to connect the battery up. So let's just do that. As I've mentioned already, always disconnect your batteries. You never know what's going to happen, so no point taking the risk. So it's like 2 seconds to whip your negative lead off. And now everything should work. I've also changed the fan belt as well. It was dark and dingy down there, so there's nothing I could show you. I'll show you the old one though. So let's just make sure we're in neutral. So that's a good start. Alright, so we've got all our dash lights on. Centre console all lit up. Yeah, it all works. Got some stereo. Yeah. Right, well, seems to be alright. Right, well, I'm going to have to leave this to warm up for a little bit now. Get that engine oil warm. And we will crack on with the what's that one do? Oh, it's alright. Yeah, okay. Just messing with light switches here, I'm afraid, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to continue to now let this warm up. And we'll get the engine oil service done. Oil filter, air filter, fuel filter, engine oil. And then it's just going to be a case of cleaning the whole thing down. And at some point I need to run off and just get the aircon regassed. And we're done with it, all finished. I'll work out some prices, figure out where we're up to with the overall cost, and a good tidy up and we'll be done. So really enjoyed this car, it's been a nice car to fix. Right, we're cracking on with this service now. As you probably saw, I've just done the fuel filter, and yeah, it's got fuel everywhere. They're a bit tricky to get to. Like I said, battery out, ECU out. You don't need to airbox out. There's a few bolts to do, 2 fuel pipes, but there is a primer on top as well. That button there, you press that and it primes it back up for you. So whilst I was doing that, the oil has been draining, so that's now finished dripping. So all I've got left to do is to raise it up, put some plug back in, and then fill the engine back up with oil. So I'll carry on now with that, and I'll get all them bits tied up and finished. And then all we need to do is wash it, clean it inside, and put the under tray on. Mustn't forget about the under tray. And we are done. Done and dusted. This is the old aux belt. As you remember, it was cutting into the aircon pipe, wasn't it? So that's been changed. Everything's done. Good job. I think I'll give it a good wash now, inside and out, and then we'll come back at the end, add some numbers up, and see what we've done in terms of price. So I'll be back shortly. Right then, so this is it. The Kia Sportage is finished, and I have a price list for you. So I've cleaned it as well, so it's nice and clean and sparkling. And let's just have a look at them wheels again. They are unmarked. There's a bit of a rubber mark there. Like that, look, it wipes off. It's just tar and rubber. There's no actual damage to these wheels, they're immaculate. Great tyres all around. It's a really nice clean car actually. It's come up really well. Great runner, nice low mileage. And we've got the keys, we've got the logbook, we've got the service book, everything. Great car. So let's just get these prices over and done with then. And you can give me your opinion in the comments, what you think. So the car itself, after the fees, out the door, was £3,052.80p. At the time I thought it was a steal. I still do. Cheap car. These go for good money, you know, good spec ones, low mileage. These, you know, this is like one of the latest ones. I think it's 16 plates with a new shape. Or definitely 17s anyway. And these come out in 2011, so this is a later one. So yeah, car price was £3,052.80. I did pay £200 for this to be delivered because I was a bit stuck for collecting it. It just didn't work out right, and I'd booked collection, so I had to get someone to do it. So the front end, the whole front end, with the aircon pipes and the airbox and the airflow meter, I paid £12.50 for in colour. And then obviously we found out the radiator and the aircon rad were dead, so we had to buy new ones. I'm going to get to them. We bought a washer bottle, 25, under tray, 70 quid. These are the bits you probably, well, I always forget about things like under trays, and they can cost a bit. The guy wanted 100 quid for this under tray, and it was the cheapest one, but I got him down to 70. Splash guard, 25. So the brand new aircon rad was 61 quid. The brand new radiator was 87. Then obviously I had to get the aircon regas, that was 35. I have put a full MOT on this, even though it had 5 months left. That was 35 quid. The whole dashboard kit, you know, so we're talking dashboard, steering wheel airbag, seat belts, airbag ECU, which ended up being wrong anyway. All of that was 300. And then we've got the service kit. I bought it in 2 parts, I don't remember fully. I put 100 quid down and it was no more than that. And then the grill. I've decided for the new person, the new buyer, they're going to get a brand new grill because it should have this honeycomb one on, and you know, it looks better with it on. So the new grill is going to be 130 quid. So that's that total. Was there something else as well that I'm forgetting? I had something in my mind just then when I was talking, and then I forgot. but it was. I don't know, it's gone. So the total is £5,370 and 80p. All done, all finished, MOT'd, serviced, ready to hit the road. 5,370 quid. What do you think to that? Have I done all right there? I think that I've done good there, to be fair. You know, parts did end up adding up to more than I expected. I was hoping to come under 5 grand with this, but you never quite get to where you want to be, unfortunately. So always have that little bit of contingency. And obviously we've got to bear in mind I paid £200 for the delivery. So if you knock 200 off, I'd only spent 40 quid in diesel. That'd have been 160 quid less. And then you could even say the radiator and the air Conrad, another 150. That's 300 quid. Then you're at your 5 grand, aren't you? But it adds up quick. So yeah, that's it. 5,370 quid. What do you think? 2015, 57,000 miles. Starts on the button when you get the key in. Auto lights, auto wipers, really good spec. It's a great car for someone. And someone will get a cracking motor. I think the insurance payout was somewhere around the 10 grand mark on this car. So we put it back on the road at just over 50% of what they paid out. So if I was to keep it, I'd have a bargain, wouldn't I? Obviously, it's got to go, and I've got to make some money out of it. But as far as I'm aware, it is sold. So if it doesn't go, I will let you go, let everyone know, and if anyone's interested. But like I said, at the moment, it is sold. So that's going to be it. We've got another car done and out the door, and we've got nothing to do. I've got no cars. All I can do is put my wing on and headlight in, whilst I wait for the ECU back, because I've sent that off to be tested and then cloned onto another unit, so I can try another ECU in it. And then after that, I'm a bit buggered with that. I don't know what to do right now. But I've been trying to buy cars for the last 2 weeks, and stuff's just going for silly money right now. Silly money. So I'll keep try and get us some more stuff, but don't worry, it's not stopping. I've got all this room, I need to fill it with cars. Right, I'll leave you there. Thank you as always very much for watching these videos. Yeah, without you guys, I probably wouldn't be doing it. So I hope you enjoy them. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you soon. Cheers.